So that is the first half. The first half of the G flat major ILMEA piece, audition piece for this section, for this year. Um, the, uh, the most important part initially, whenever doing any of these pieces, is figuring out the phrasing, where you want to breathe. On this one, it's pretty clear for the most part. You have set breaths like um, in that second measure on the eighth rest. Same thing on the fourth full measure on the eighth rest at the end of the first line. Second line, you take a breath. I like to mark a breath. I like to do like a full slash line through the D flat that's tied in the 16th notes to let you know that that's exactly where I want to breathe, and then carrying that all the way until the next eighth rest at the end of that line. In the third line, we're going to take a breath after the E flat tied. Same thing, I like to put that slash through the E flat eighth note that it's tied to. And then the next phrase will carry over until the next eighth rest on in the fourth measure of the third line. Now this is where it gets a little different for my interpretation, which is at the end of that of the last measure of the third line after the A flat, we're going to add another big breath. So we're going to take a really big breath on the eighth rest going into the last measure, and then another big breath before we have the 16th note run, because then we're going to carry that phrase all the way to where the D flat is tied to the triplets in the third measure of the fourth line. In that place right there, I really like to slow that down a lot, especially on the last two notes, and almost put a fermata over that B flat before going to the odd tempo in the last measure of the fourth line. And then for the first half, we stop in that following measure. So yeah, so for instance, like let me demonstrate right from the that section on the pickup to the last measure of the third line. So we start with a larger than normal breath. Oh, I started in the wrong place. Here we go. Yeah, just like that. The other thing, once we have the phrasing down, the next thing I want to talk about is style and dynamics. This is one where we have a lot of rises and falls, where we have things where we're going up to a forte and down to a pianissimo at times. So we really want to exaggerate that so that the judge can hear a clear difference in style and dynamic change. So it's very, very important, especially as you play these phrases, to do that. Um, so I'll play it one more time now the same way. Pay attention to all of those things and feel free to play along.